the legal team, Geek Sensei, Raven, Sam, Mr. Blitzstick. You three, man. Yeah. You man about it.
We are live, guys. It's Sam, Mr. Blitztech, and welcome to today's review. We are going to be talking about Battlefield 6. It's good, it's bad, it's ugly, but I'm going to say this right about now. If you're not playing this game, you are kind of missing out because, yes, if you love military shooters, yes, if you love boots on the ground, this is actually it. This is where it's actually at, because straight from the boat, I'm going to tell you right about now, this game is super solid. So if we just break down the components of the game and stuff like that, let's go into the campaign, which no one's really actually what they're playing this game for, to be honest. It's all right. It's kind of basic. Obviously, no one plays these games for this anyway. They're trying to do the high octane military conspiracy. They try and make it almost like a movie, you know, like COD campaigns. You know, they're very explosive and movie-esque, and they try to do it here, and it's just okay. It's not too great, you know what I'm saying? If you just want to play it, it's kind of like a tutorial into basically Battlefield and the mechanics and how you're going to move. They try and set up characters, and they're trying to set up a narrative. Like I said, it's all right. If you want to play the campaign, I'm not going to say no, don't play it, but I know we're all going to be playing the main course, and that is indeed the multiplayer. This is where these guys focus at. This is where the game is, and definitely just everything is poured into this, and you can just tell that they went back to the drawing board. They were like, what do these guys want in the first person shooter world? What are these guys screaming about that we're seeing across the pond? And they're like, oh, we want this, we want this, we want this. And it's just got the Battlefield 6, also I say just in general, the Battlefield seal of improvement. You got the explosions, you got the massive maps, the all-out warfare, tanks, helicopters, jets, destructible buildings, all of it, even just down to the classing systems as well, where you got the recon, the support, the engineer, the assault. Everything feels like it actually does indeed matter, which I actually do love the game for in its entirety, because yeah, in other games you could build your own class, you could try and do an all master of all or jack of all trades, and you could just go out, run and gun, and do the most. But here, nope. What I love about it the most is that, yes, the gameplay makes sure you gotta be methodical. Yes, you're only gonna win if you play the objective. Obviously, there is like team deathmatch and squad deathmatch and King of the Hill and domination. But I feel like here the community actually does play to the objective the most. Yeah, you can run and gun. Well, I won't say run and gun actually. Yeah, you can try and go for the most kills, but that can only somewhat help your team to a certain degree. I don't feel like there's a one-man kind of aspect to this game where one guy is getting like X amount of kills, and then obviously that helps the teams win. Maybe in some instances, yes, that can help, but in majority of the time, this is really team focused. This is really squad focused. This is really down to your classes. A sniper can help pinpoint enemies behind cover. The assault can go and rush upon them. You've got a medic that can help everyone, make sure that you aren't taking lives off the field and make sure everyone's getting revived. And if there is tanks and other kind of machinery out and about, they're going to make sure that either they're getting dismantled or they're getting repaired to make sure that you can push forward to your objective. So that's what I love the most about this game, that everything just encompasses in the gameplay. And this is what I really wanted from a first-person shooter, that if you were going to go to like an objective-based kind of game and all the skills involved and stuff, I really want everyone to be basically doing their part. Sometimes, obviously, you can try to get revived and stuff, and if it's not a medic, they're not going to basically revive you. It's going to be very, very few. Maybe your squad mate might, because I'm pretty sure it goes up on their HUD. But more time, if there's no medics, that's what I'm saying, that's when it kind of falters. So some people could try and choose too much of one class and obviously try and push forward, but there's not like a very good balance. Yes, it does also kind of hamper your team. So this is what I like. I was saying, like the gameplay aspect of it already. I don't even know why the actual gameplay, how the guns feel and stuff, but the gameplay aspect of the community playing and stuff actually does feel very, very good. Now, okay, let's go down to the gameplay of it. Oh my god, it is so crispy. It's so saucy. The guns feel good. The guns feel better when they level up. Obviously, they try and do perks on certain classes to make sure the gun does this and the gun does that. Yes, that kind of does help. But I'm kind of glad there that almost every gun class has its own positives and negatives. Apart from, I don't know what the difference between an assault rifle and a carbine is. So if someone could tell me the differences, please jump in the comments down below and break that down, because I looked at both guns. Yeah, they have a different selection of range or damage and this and that, but it just depends which one you look fastest and which one you want to play with, whatever. But I've not found too much difference between those two classes, so I thought that was kind of confusing. But obviously you got sidearms, you got shotguns, depending on I think that's only for assault, to be honest. You got DMR, sniper rifles, SMGs. They all play differently. They all only help depending on how much range you're going to be shooting from. They actually feel like this gun is for this kind of battle and this gun's for this kind of battle. I love that. I like that. Yes, if you're going to be shooting from long range, you're going to make sure that your range of the gun and the modifications you make on it does make sure you're shooting that far. Yes, guns can shoot that far, but the bullet drop off is going to be felt here immensely. If you want to like a run and gun kind of gun, you're going to make sure that you're going to have a red laser and a smaller scope. Your ADS is going to be making it a bit quicker. Obviously, this is nothing new underneath the sun, but because of the maps, and some are more in buildings, some are open build, like open plant, not open plant. Some are more like open field and all that kind of stuff. You definitely want to be best suited for the kind of combat you're going to be engaging in. Like if you're going uphill, you're going downhill, you're going to be tackling buildings, you're going to be running inside, you're going to be facing a group of people. I feel like if you are suited and booted and well adverse in what you're going to be tackling, the gameplay definitely hits the sweet spot between, yes, pick the right gun and the right equipment and the right class for the best outcome. There's no, like I said, there's no way you can run a gun. Obviously, to a certain extent you can if you're that good, but you gotta really know yourself and you gotta really know your situation. I've seen some people run in, you know, take out a whole room, but that is very, very rare. I've seen certain people, you know, go from miles away, got the particular right gun, they just destroy stuff. So it's like, it really does pertain to how you want to play. Obviously, you just want to master your sniper rifle, you can do that. If you want to master the assault rifles, you can do that. But that's when it comes down to, I would say, trying to level up in this game is kind of long. It doesn't really feel too rewarding until you do level up. It takes forever most of the time, but that's also when it does happen, it's a very rewarding system. Like I said, when you level up your guns and you level up your character, that kind of really helps as well. Only when you get there though, it can be, I would say, a frustrating experience beforehand. You're just leveling up, you're trying to figure out the game. And once, for me, I figured it out that, oh, this gun and this range is never going to do this. Okay, I'll leave this gun for doing that. This gun is better for this. I really never going to use it for that. The game just opened up, became a lot more better, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. So, like I say, the music is tense, the graphics is great. It really does sound like you're on a war because there's bullets flying everywhere. You're hearing the bullets collide against rocks and people and stuff. People are screaming like they're like really on the battlefield. It's kind of scary sometimes where people are like crying and saying certain things. Even, I would say, the words and the stuff that they've got the voice actors to say in the game really does make it feel really, really real. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of scary sometimes because it makes you feel like, raw, this is how people really sound like on a battlefield. And it's like, I don't want to be here. I'll leave this in the game. I don't want war to come to my front doorstep. And that's why I'm going to leave it, because yes, it's a fantastic game. Yes, I highly recommend it. Yes, if you like first-person shooters, if you like boots on the ground, if you like, I would say, Call of Duty from the PS3, early PS4 era, this is it. This is the game to pick up. This is the game to be playing right about now. And no word of a lie, like, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I am thoroughly enjoying a first person shooter like this for a couple of years. So yeah, really big game for 2025. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.